Welcome to this recording of creating Bitmoji scenes. What we're going to do is walk you through some of the basics on how you can create your own Bitmoji scene. We're also going to take some pauses at different times so you can try it on your own. In order to begin, you need to download the Bitmoji app onto your cell phone. You need to create an account and then follow the prompts that are on your screen to build your Bitmoji. Until you do that, you won't be able to do anything else that we're going to show you today as far as getting your Bitmoji onto Google Slides. So pause here if you haven't created your Bitmoji account and go ahead and start creating. Now that you've created your Bitmoji, what you want to do now is go to the Chrome Web Store, search Bitmoji, and add it to your Chrome. And what that's going to do is it's going to put it on your Chrome toolbar for you, so that way you can click and drag out or click and copy and paste the Bitmoji that you want to put on your screen. Now we're going to try and create. So what you're going to do is you're going to click the link that's on the slide in the slide deck that says click for the collaborative slides. And you're going to see that I've run this course before, so you're going to see lots of different examples, some partially done pages, and you're going to go ahead and create your own on one of the pages. Please read the directions before you start. I'm going to open up that slide deck onto another tab for me here. And you're going to notice, like I said, that there's tons of different pages of people who have started and to create their Bitmoji scenes during any course that they've taken with me. So I'm going to click on the second slide in here, and let's just go over some of the ground rules for using this slide deck. This is a fully editable slide deck, so anything you do will impact all of the work that other people have done. So what you want to do is make sure that you're respectful of everyone else's work and only use blank slides that you can start to build on. So you're going to find a slide in that is blank, or hit the plus, and the plus is located right up in the top right hand corner. Click on new slide, and that slide could be the one that you use, or find a blank one that you can use. You can look through all the other slides to see what you like. Go ahead and copy and paste anything from their slides if you like it and you want to use it. So for example, if you saw this desk and you wanted to use the desk, you can click on it and then use that desk. Just hit right click, copy, paste, or you can hit Control C to copy and Control V to paste. Then you can always use this template going forward as a guide or a way to get some extra resources. And you can always keep this as a place to practice. Some important rules. Please do not click the undo button if you see that other people are working on this slide deck. You'll know if others are in it based on what you see up in the top right hand corner. Right now, I can see that there's one other person in it, an anonymous squirrel. And so I don't want to hit the undo because it could click and undo something that they did. Also, if you change backgrounds, and I'm going to click on the background tab on the toolbar, please do not click add to theme. What that does is it changes the background of every slide in the slide deck to be the same background. And you'll notice as you go through this slide deck that it has different backgrounds. So please do not click on theme. When you want to click your background and create one, you can choose anything you'd like, but just hit done. Do not hit add to theme. Only edit the blank slides. Please don't edit somebody else's work, and then copy and paste anything you want to borrow again from one scene to move to the others. All right, let's get started. So we're going to talk first about getting the background, and what you want to search is wall and floor. And why you want to do that is it's going to help your help Google kind of know that you're looking for something where there's a foundation and there's walls, and there's lots of ways to do that. So let's practice. So I'm going to go to this blank slide that I have here. Now I already have some text boxes on here and I don't want them. And I could click on each one and hit delete, but I find it's just easier if I go up to layout and I click blank, and it gets rid of all of those extra things on there. So I'm going to click on background. I'm going to click on choose image. I'm going to go to Google image search, and I'm going to type in wall and floor. And you're going to see all these different backgrounds come up right away. If you want to be more specific, like maybe you want something that's blue, you can put in the word blue and it'll give you some different choices. And you have to play around with this a little bit. You're not always going to find the perfect one first time out, and that's okay. Try different ways to change the way you're talking as far as the words that you put in your search. Sometimes even putting the words in different orders can change what you get. And then once you find one that you really like, I'm just going to click this one and check it out. Click insert and done. Again, don't hit theme. So now I have a background and I have or I have a floor and I have a wall. Now let's say I love this floor, but I don't love the wall. I can add in an image, search the web, and I said blue. So I'm going to do blue wall. And I can see different walls that are different shades of blue that I might like. So let's say I wanted, we'll go to that first one here. I can always insert this as my background. And then I'm just going to shape it to fit exactly how it is on the floor to the wall ratio. And now I have a different wall and a different floor. Totally up to you if this works for you. If it doesn't, and you like the original one, you can keep it. If you decide you don't like it at all, go back to background, choose a different image, and then you can take whatever one you'd like there. All right, now that you have the floor and the wall, we need to start building our classroom. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our scene. There's some really good tips to think about. Transparent images are a fabulous way to find different things to put on your page. You can use remove.bg, which will help you if the image that you love is not transparent, and I'll show you how that works. I will show you some of the image options, and then there is a suggested site that you can build your rooms in, and that's called Home Styler, which is more about designing your rooms, but it can also then transfer into your Bitmojis. So let's start to create our scene. So I have a couple options. First of all, I can go to anybody else's, and let's say I love this couch. I can click copy, and I can paste that couch in, and then I've got the couch I want. All right, that's an easy way to do it, right? To find somebody else's. And, I can move it anywhere I want on the scene. Another way that I can find transparent images is to click on the insert image, search the web, and then I'm going to put in an item. So I'm going to look for a coffee table. And afterwards, I'm going to put in transparent background. And the reason for that is I want an image that doesn't already have something in the background. And I'm going to click and drag out one. If I like it, I can keep it. I can resize it by grabbing the angles, and I can put it in front of this sofa here. If I decide I don't like it, I can delete it and start again. Now let's say I found let's do an end table, and I don't put in the words transparent background. And let's say I find this one, and I pull it out, and I'll notice that it has, well, that one is transparent. Well, that's not going to help us. Let's try. See, Google's getting good at this. They're figuring out that we want transparent images. All right, here's one. So let's say I really like this one, but it has this white box around it. What I can do is take a picture of it. So on my MacBook, I hit Shift Command 4. On your Chromebook, it's going to be Shift Control and then the button above the 6 that's like a square with a couple lines. And I'm going to just take a picture of it. And then what I'm going to do is go to a website called remove.bg. I'm going to click Upload Image. I'm going to grab that image that I just found. And what it's going to do is it's going to remove that white background. If I have to fix it at all, like I need to edit, I can click and edit. But right now I'm just going to download it because it looks fine for me. Now I'm going to go back into that collaborative slide deck that we were working on. I'm going to delete out that one that I don't want, and I'm going to click and drag in the one that I do. All right, and then this table can be put wherever I'd like it to go. So you can certainly do it in lots of different ways. Now, I mentioned before, you can also look and see which one you like that other people have found as you're going through. So maybe somebody has an end table that you're like, ooh, I want that one. So maybe you want this one. You can just hit copy bring it back into yours, hit paste, resize it to be whatever size you'd like it to be, and put it wherever you'd like it to go. All right, now you'll notice I have this table, but it's kind of layered funny with the sofa. If I click on arrange and order, I can send it to the back, and then it can be tucked a little bit more next to that sofa, so you can adjust it that way. So there's a couple things that are important to think about when you're setting up your page. Now, in that collaborative one we're doing, we used a basic Google shape. But if you were going to create a Bitmoji header, you want it to be about a 20 by 5. Facebook is about a 12 by 5. Instagram is a 1 by 1 square, and Twitter is about a 3 to 1 ratio. So as you're building your slide decks, you might think about what you want your images to look like. And let me show you what that looks like. Let me go over back into this collaborative scene. I'm just going to go into my Google slides, and I'm going to put in Bitmoji again. And I'm going to grab that header one just to kind of show you what that could look like if you were doing this for Google Classroom. So you'll see how these headers are much greater. And again, these are collaborative, so you see lots of different practiced ones on here. But what you'll notice is that they are long and narrow. And what I did is I went up to File, Page Setup, and then I clicked on Custom, and I put 20 by 5 and hit Apply. And what that did is it created the shape that I can use for Google Classroom. So there's lots of ways you can get some information on creating your Bitmojis. You can go to the Facebook page, Facebook Bitmoji Craze. It has like 400,000 people in it. It has lots of free resources. You can find ones that are already made and then just use some of theirs. I'm giving you a Google Drive resource folder and a starter kit. You can also add in videos using your Snapchat app. You can also use unscreen.com. What that does is when you create your video in Snapchat, unscreen.com gets rid of the background, just like remove.bg did for removing the background on flat images. And you can even just make your face move and add silly voices by using iFunFace. It's an app for your phone. I'm giving you some playlists of tutorials that are available to you on YouTube, so you have that information. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at BOCES. Now, I do want to share with you in the collaborative one, because I didn't show you that, how to pull in your Bitmoji. So I am here in the collaborative one for the classroom headers. I'm going to click over at the top of my screen where I have the Bitmoji Chrome extension and click on it. And what you're going to do when you're searching for Bitmoji, you like to use the word pose. It's going to show all the standing ones that you can use. That's going to make it a little easier for you that way. And I do find that using verbs versus nouns sometimes help when you're looking for different things that you can put in as you're going through and building your Bitmoji scenes. Now, if you want a word above it, any word that you choose will show up above your name. So if I type in Mrs. Keon, it's going to give me different ones with my name on it. So I can add this in by clicking and dragging it in, and then I can resize it and put it anywhere I'd like on the page. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. I am happy to help you.